What's up? What's up? Looks like someone's trying to do cookies in the parking lot. There's a little bit of ice on the roads and parking lot, but oh my gosh, I'm tired. Normally I sleep. Normally I sleep 6 to 8 hours, something like that. Normally. Today, I think I went to bed like by 7:30 and then woke up at 1, and then I think I went back to bed around 2, and then woke up again around 5 or 5:30 or something like that, and I just still feel tired. I still feel sore and hurting, and my knee hurts, but that's just because playing basketball. And yeah, I mean, I don't like jump that much, honestly, while I'm playing or practicing or whatever. I shoot around normally, maybe a couple lay-ins. It's just the jolting and the movement, because like I'm trying to show my kids like how fast the movements are, and I'm not the fastest, of course, but I'm certainly way faster than they are. But just showing them the movements of getting to certain positions and doing certain moves, and just, you know, how fast the game really is compared to what they think it is. Seeing it on TV and even in real life, if you're not like watching, you know, semi-pro people, it's like watching it on TV. Or the frame rate isn't. I honestly believe, I don't think the frame rate's high enough to make your eyes see the actual speed of the game, but I could be wrong. So, you know, just helping them out, but it takes a toll on my body and it sucks. So on Amazon news, so I started getting my lists for the year because I paid for a service for a whole year. It's not that many items on the list, but they're supposed to be a little bit better. I'll have to do a little bit more research on them. I just did about 4 or 5 last night, and I think like 3 of them weren't good at all, and 2 of them were. I'll have to see how it pans out in a couple of days, just to see if how many people actually got on the listing and everything like that, because when people sell the items, I mean, they could literally have the items rush shipped to them, and then post it already, and then by the time they get it in, they have to, you know, rush to get it processed and boxed and sent out to Amazon. So I mean, you know, some people have a better process than I do, and I can't always pay for the rush shipping amount, because when you get to a certain amount, you want to try to save money. For me, that's something that really helps. So even if I don't get it in fast, if I get it in cheaply, as cheap as possible, so I can actually say I'm making money, you know. I'm not saying I haven't. I mean, certainly the last year, it says, I mean, even though I never really made the profit, but it says I made about $5,500 or something like that. I honestly believe it's probably around $4,000, because I know I've probably missed a couple $100. So I don't want to like say I made that much, but I made $4,000. Like, to you, people that might be watching this might be thinking, it's not a lot. To me, I started out with 0 and put none of my money in except for like $20, $30. because I bought some little figurines, and I didn't even sold all those yet. I sold maybe about half of them so far, and I think about 30 or 40 of them. So I mean, I sold a lot of them, way more, than I put into it. So I'm not worried about it, but the amount of money I actually put into it and the amount of money I made through Amazon, eBay, and all the other things. Well, eBay is separate, and so is the other ones, but I mean, because like most of the other ones I sold mostly all my stuff, is where I mostly sold everything. Yeah, I did buy some things and sold some things that I couldn't sell on Amazon on there, and there were a couple items I intentionally went to look for in the beginning, when I was buying stuff to sell on eBay. I purposely seek those out because of secondhand stores and stuff like that. But that helped build my my profit higher to help me put money into Amazon, which that's where it all came from. I think I spent about $15,000. I could be a little bit off, but that's a really good rough estimate, to be honest, about how much I actually spent. So the profits that I actually made, minus all fees and everything else, blah blah blah. When I get the profit, I get the money that I spent on the item itself already. So of course they don't consider that as profit, but it shows that. It doesn't show that as profit. It just shows that this is how much you got back total, and then they minus your buy cost. But my thing is I haven't entered in all the buy costs, but I didn't really put that much into it all, like actual money itself. So I mean, I think I've done great, and it's gonna only get better. I just need to make sure and continue doing what I'm doing. I need to make sure and when I get some orders, send them in as fast as possible. I have to make sure and see when I can start selling toys again. I'm not sure if it's like the middle of this month, the end of this month, start of next month. I don't know yet, but I can just give them a call, and then I can be prepared for it. Buy some items, things that I know that I can buy. Maybe reorder some of those things that I ordered a while back, and I should be set for the time being, and it's just all about opportunities. Once I get those lists coming in, I might even try to see if I can find alternate lists that are verified and stuff like that, meaning like there's actually people purchasing the lists, and I know that's a little bit of a cost, but I make way more back than I put into it, to be honest. So it's always a win-win situation for me, even if I do lose. It's like, say I mess up, or I didn't do my research good enough, or the listing goes haywire or something like that. When it starts selling and the price starts dropping, and then I go below my profit margin, then I'm screwed, of course. So I lose money on it, but I make some of that money back. So I'm only out just a little bit instead of like all of it, because I don't like paying like certain amounts, like more than 10 to 15 bucks, because I don't have that kind of cash. So for me, sticking with the small things helps. And then toys, anything small you can get. Now I did order some huge things right before Christmas, and those are selling, but those are the biggest things I've ever purchased, and I had a lot of them. And they just took up a lot of room. So that's one thing I got to also do too, is make sure and don't take up half of my living room / my area, which I didn't the first time, but I got close. But it's all cleaned up now. It looks nice and pristine. But that's what I'm going to do, guys. But I'm glad you guys are here to witness this transformation. Hear these words, even if they don't make sense to you. Even if you don't hear the message, you will soon. Just all about repetition, getting it going. I'll talk to y'all later, guys. Peace out.